I knew I was different on my 7th birthday. My mom got me a Ken doll, and I was really confused because I didn't know what I was supposed to do with a boy doll. I already had 2 girls, and I saw that all the other girls were playing with a boy doll except me.
I always knew that I was different. I always had a lot of friends, but I felt like I couldn't relate to them. I was afraid that they were going to judge me, and I was also afraid that things were going to change.
When I was a kid, I knew that there was something different about me. I used to remember playing with my friends and I always felt kind of different. I wasn't sure when my girlfriends were getting boyfriends if I was supposed to get a boyfriend too because I didn't feel attracted to boys, and that made me feel kind of isolated and different.
I grew up in California with a predominantly Christian environment, neighborhood. My dad was a pastor. One day I sat down with him and the family and told him the news, told him that I was gay.
I guess as a kid I always felt a little different. I was fortunate to grow up in a pretty progressive town, in a pretty progressive area, but you can never help feeling like you don't fit in entirely. So whether it's the activities that you do or what you find interesting or the types of people that you like to hang out with, but what I guess you start to realize is that everyone sort of feels different some way. So once you realize that, then you can come to terms with the fact that we're all the same.
I remember going through middle school and being so confused because I knew I was different and everybody was going through their body changes and I couldn't understand what was going on. And then in high school, there were a few people in my school that came out and I knew that I could never come out. I was so scared, I was ashamed, and I was embarrassed. When I finally came out, I came out to my mother first, and I was so surprised by how supportive she was and how happy she was that I was finally able to be myself around her.
Growing up in a small Eastern European country was very difficult because our society was not open to gay people. So when I realized that I was different and that I was gay, I definitely felt pushed away from society and from all my friends. That was very hard.
It wasn't until I finally realized that being different was what made me great that I actually enjoyed being who I was. And so I think once you figure out that everyone's different, you can't really embrace who you truly are.
There is hope. All you have to do is communicate with your friends and your family and let them know what's going on. They'll support you. It does get better.
You have to make sure that you never let anybody discourage you or make you feel like you're a second-class person, because we're all equal and we all have our right to be happy.
I never could have imagined the amount of support I received daily from my friends and family.
I never imagined that people would support me for being true to myself.
I couldn't imagine the person that I am today.
There are people that care about you.
There are people who know exactly how you feel, and trust me, it does get better.
It does get better.
It gets better.
Believe me, things really do get better.
It does get better.